Okay, fantastic. Looks like we're live. And if you're here on the replay, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm just warming up my hands. It's really cold in New Zealand. Apart from needing a coffee, the mug's nice and warm. All right. So today, let's turn that down a bit. Today I'm going to be starting a new painting, and I'm going to have to first work out what my palette is going to be. Get rid of some of these pans. And so I'm going to be doing this. You can see I've got the image up of the couple dancing. So I was looking for some more photos of couples dancing, and went to pixels.com, and let's just transition this across so you can see it. So I've zoomed in and cropped this couple as best as I could. I think they might be in Italy, and I just love the expressions on their faces. They're just having fun, and they're dressed quite casually. So the last few dances I've done have been probably in ballroom competitions, and they were great, but they were quite formally dressed. And this couple's just out there in the town square, kicking up the dust, doing a dance. So I'm going to see if I can capture their emotion on that. So I'm going to be doing this with Pastel. Need to get some applicators ready, and this particular one I will stream from start to finish. You'll get to see how much is going to be Pastel and how much is going to be other pastels. Probably be about 95% Pastel, but for the eyes, and a bit in their hair, I will use some pastel pencil for some fine lines and detail. So we're going to get, I'm just looking for the right, it's violet. Let's just have a look at her skin. He's got a nice warm, oh hi Joanna. How fantastic to see you. It's just lovely. I hope you're doing well. Aren't you supposed to be on holiday? You were going on a trip. A honeymoon, actually, wasn't it? In which case, you should be doing that. That's magenta. Alright, I'm just looking for, there it is. There's a, this is red iron oxide tint. It's got quite a peachy colour to it. It is a delight to see you, Joanna. I enjoyed your last stream. I had to suddenly drop as a friend turned up at the door, and I was going out with him. I got so caught up in your stream that I wasn't quite ready for him. Anyway, All good. So I was going through my papers, and by papers I don't mean documents, I mean my pastel paper. Let me just wave goodbye to my wife. Excuse me for a sec. There she goes. She's off hunting for fabric. Their sister, so that's nice. Yes, so I was going through my what paper I've got in my stash, and my pastel paper's getting a bit depleted. But I had this this grey one. Let's put a bit of, tack that down a bit more. Anyway, I thought grey's quite good for an undertone for a skin as well. So that's what we're going to rock. Oh, you're going to go on Wednesday. Let me just take down the, oh no, the comments are still showing, so that's fine. Wednesday, fantastic. Oh, it's going to be great, Joanna. You'll have a ball. Be just brilliant. All right, so you can't see probably, I mean, I can barely see my undertones of my underdrawing. So I'm just gonna lay some, just gonna map out some color here. So I try and be on her arm. There's a really interesting reflection on her arm as well. And my guy is going to have a beard. Going to go sort of get some bumps. I should probably do a little bit more sketch, but kind of eager to just get into it. So this is a ochre I'm dropping in at the moment, an ochre tint, and so for me the yellow's quite neutral. It's a sunny glow on the skin, and while she's got a she's got an interesting dress with all these sort of crisscrossy, looks like silver chains or straps holding it together. Sort of in two minds whether to bother drawing those in or just leave her bare. Not sure. I can always add them in later. So for those who don't know, in the chat is Joanna Renee. Did I say that right? I hope I said it right, Renee. So she's a wonderful pastelist, and been branching out into different medium lately as well. But I'm quite excited to see where Joanna goes in her career as an artist too. You can drop a link. Oh, actually, I'm not sure if you can drop a link to, I don't know if YouTube chat lets that happen, Joanna, but if you want to say where people can view your work, because you're in a competition right now, you want to go have a look at your painting, then it'd be nice for them to know where to go. Not that I'm asking you to tell my audience where to go, but those who enjoy art and pastels, it's just nice to see others do. So with this, I'm just trying to get some light marks in of where her muscles are. See if I can get the correct direction. I've been reading a book on the autobiography. It's not an autobiography, it's a biography. Good grief, he ever did an autobiography, but it's a biography of Leonardo da Vinci. It's got a lot of his sketches, particularly anatomy. He was just such an amazing man. I'm just reading this chapter where he was talking to a guy who says, "Oh, I'm 100 years old." And then the next day the guy dies. So what does Leonardo do? He goes, grabs his body and starts skinning him so that he can draw what the man looked like. And through that dissection, he discovered that his arteries were all clogged up and that blood couldn't get to his heart. And that's how he died. But Leonardo just had no sort of social boundaries. Just amazing. But the way that he got his hatching of his lines is just beautiful. So, yes, I'm a bit of a fanboy for Leonardo. The fantastic eye for detail. That's her throat. Comes down to what will happen with this painting is you'll be like, no, I can't see what he's doing. He's just putting down lines or little marks. Well, I'm only just started. That's how it works. And this isn't a big, bold landscape where you just throw in big splashes. This is a delicate pastel. And if we rush it, we'll regret it. What did Joanne say to me? I really like, yes, the Deluge sketches. Oh, I have to check that one out. I don't know that one. But the biography is fascinating. It's a really big book. I got a reminder. I've actually got to renew it because I got a reminder from the library the other day saying, you're overdue. Still got a couple of 100 pages left to go. Well, this ochre's a very bright, gentle colour. It's okay. I'm going to be coming in with some darks later. Oh, I can see some veins in her arm. It's great. Somewhere. Get the chin is going to come. that. I don't really do lines with the applicators. I sort of just do marks. Let's have a wee read of the picture. Yeah, so I'll come in with some oranges, and I think I'm going to use some burnt sienna on her, and definitely for him, he's got quite a swarthy forearm. A lot of that is here, of course. But today, the goal is to just try and block in what I can. And I tend to just stick with the same colour for as long as I can. With pan pastel, you don't have to. You can have a whole bunch of applicators. So you can have one for your darks. So this is my sort of bluey one, and this is my yellow one. But what tends to happen is I get caught up in the moment and I forget what I'm doing, and I'll start mixing up my applicators. And to her hand, scroll down a bit. You can see what I'm doing. Right, so it's his arm coming down. This is here, arm down into here, chest. And one thing that Leonardo did was he was really big on not having lines. Everything was sort of he had blurred edges. Let's move my coffee away from where the dust might drop into. I only want biscuit crumbs in my coffee. With the applicator you can get, because it works like a brush, it's a cross between a brush and a palette knife. So, and of course with this is just pigment that we're putting on the paper, and we can just move that around in the direction of where those muscles are going. And that's going to help map out the picture. She's got a really, really strong neck, this girl. It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Working on anything at the moment, Joanna? Are you doing that mountain scene. What happens here is from the shoulder. This beautiful curve. Comes up. That. Yeah, I think I won't bother with the what's holding her dress together. She won't mind. There's a fantastic artist, New Zealand, called Graham Sydney, and well, we're looking up his paintings. He's a regional artist, so he paints scenes of a place where I grew up, actually, down South Island, New Zealand, called Otago. And they're quite empty scenes. It's an amazing bit of country. If you've ever seen Lord of the Rings, then you'll have seen them walking through this stunning countryside with the ground's just yellow, and rocks that stick up like towers. Anyway, there's sort of farming down there, sheep farming, and he'll do the fences. So it's a post, and then 3 strands of wire, and then another post, and both for the fences and for the telephone poles, the old-fashioned telephone poles, he never draws the wire. He just leaves that for your imagination to fill in, and the painting's so much better for that. It's not. I think sometimes you in a painting, I know people. There's a lot of love for hyperrealism. But I love the surprise of going, oh, I just imagined that was there, rather than it being blatantly obvious that it was there. Just trying to understand musculature of her neck. So I haven't. Some paintings I will have the reference photo. I'll have it as my wallpaper on my desktop. So I sit there, and every day I get to look at the picture and learn to read it that way. But at the moment, on my PC, I have a picture of Helen, my wife. I painted. She's sitting on a rock in a river. I'm just quite happy having that. So I haven't been studying this picture. Words are hard. They'll come to me later. We'll just use a little bit of just a little bit of darker. This is ochre. So I've been using the tint. I just need to remind myself this is going to be in. It's going to be in a shadow, and she's got a beautiful copper here, and I'll need to reflect the color of her here back onto her back of her neck. For now, I just want a little bit of directions they're going, kind of this way. Lovely, and that goes right up. Swings away around her ear. When I first started doing pastels, it was a moment of terror every time I put the pastel on the paper. I'd do these tentative little marks, and I'm still I've got more confidence, but it's still a little tentative. It was a great coffee. Excuse me for a sec. Coffee was sponsored by Neela Singh. Sent me a. Just put this on record. Did you record this one? Okay. Who bought me 3 coffees through Buy Me a Coffee. It's very kind of you. And so I went out and I bought one called Crave. Crave. It's how it feels sometimes. It's an excellent coffee anyway. So thanks, Neela. Because I'm doing the ochre, this is the pure colour on top of the tint. It just blends in beautifully with each other. Now, I was saying, Leonardo was really strong on not having a line. And interesting, his contemporary, much younger rival was Michelangelo, who immediately started putting hard lines around everything. We're going to turn this ochre line into... This is going to become a bluey red line on the edge. So that's the shadow I see. He's got a much warmer arm. I'll just do a little bit of his arm to do him in orange to begin with. See how that works. In pastel, you're just building up layers. And it's just going to take however long it takes to get those layers. Let's just leave a little line there. Shadow. It's going to be sort of bluey. Well, now some people like working from light to dark or dark to light. Really have a preference, but I find if I get some lights down, I can always go darker later. I start with this is bicep, so it is. try and remember that he's got a bit of muscle and coming around here. And when I'm painting here in the studio, I'm not trying to teach you. So it's a shame if that's what you came here for. I just happen to be painting live from the studio and showing how, you know, because there's a lot of artists paywall their work through Patreon, wherever else they do it. And they give you a wee teaser, and it's like, you know, 5 minutes of something really sped up. And then they're like, oh, to see the whole show, join my Patreon account. And good for them. But I'm not a known artist. And I actually quite like the company when I'm painting, so why not just do it for free? But I'm not teaching. Sometimes you'll learn something and you'll go, wow, now I know never to do that. That's all good too. I am enjoying this. It's got a really strong comes. Going to capture that. I am enjoying the grey background. That's nice. The gold. I normally buy blue as my favourite sort of. It's fairly dark, and I actually like painting on a dark background normally. This sort of mid-tone. That's working for me too. Sorry, I'm just looking. This wrist goes very strong there, but palm of his hand is in here, so wrist is actually going to go down there. Use another colour for that. And I am more of a colourist than a if I was to describe myself, my art journey at the moment comes to painting. I build my paintings up by layers of colour, and I'm okay with that. I don't think there's any shame in that. Some critics said that about Jack Veterani, I think that's how you say his name, Welsh painter. Oh, he's just a colourist, the wealthiest artist alive. So, boo to that. You know, who cares? I think we'll put some. Just go with. This is just an orange flavour I'm dropping in at the moment. And just blocking in. We're doing. build up our picture. Know where we're going. But just as got a test there. The hairs on his arm. I'll come back and use this, dark orange. Got a few marks in to remind myself where the muscles are pulling, and his elbow. Okay, we'll stick with actually. Orange in for her too. Does that work? Let's get a darker font. Use a bit of turquoise. There you go. The first bit of turquoise coming into the picture. That. So if I want some of that there. That's interesting. We've got lots of opportunities for turquoise. That's fantastic. Let's put a few marks into. If Pam Pastel ever come to me, I think they're owned by Golden now. But if they ever come to me and ask me to do a portrait set, turquoise is going to be in there. Absolutely. We'll have the extra dark, the dark, and maybe the tint. Tint can be for white, but they will definitely be in there for the portrait set. So where were we with him? Doing some orange on his arm. So she is going to be, it's that muscle. Cool. She's going to be a base of ochre, and he's a lot hotter. We want her to be a little cooler. and we will make him just a little warmer. It would be so cool, Joanna. It would be so cool. Be an ambassador for them. I'd love it. Just send them an email. Hey, you guys, check out my channel. I'm always raving about you. And for good reason. I just really want to have red there. So I do. I'm going to blend it in a little bit. Do little marks. One thing with the pan pastel is if you, once you've loaded up your applicator, it will it can dump it to your page, which can be a bit distressing. And red is notorious for that. But right now we're just doing a little bit of blending in. Because I'm using pastelmat, it's going to hold a ton of layers. We're only putting on, we're doing it light. Okay, so if there's, I said I wouldn't teach you, but I will explain. In my experience, it's very easy to grab one of these. See if I'm actually showing it. I have to go to my. Thank you, Joanna. It's a lovely comment. So these are the sponge applicators. They're great, and you can really load them up with pan pastel, and you get quite excited about it. And then you fill up the tooth of your paper too fast. So I'd recommend, if you're doing people, just learn how to use these small applicators first. And what that will do is just help you in controlling this stuff, because you are a pan is really concentrated pigment. It's really finely ground in, and it's quite different from using pastel pencils. Or pastel pencils are going to give you all that detail and enable you to do tight lines. Are fantastic. A great thing to have in your kit. But with pan pastel, you're going to be painting. And just as you wouldn't want to, well, you know, if you're really confident, some artists are, and they'll do impasto paintings, won't they? They'll just grab a big chunk of paint and slap it on. And that's lovely too. But when you're learning, you want to be getting some control. You want to sort of understand some rules before you start breaking them. And an overloaded brush or applicator is going to make you sad. Let's get a little bit of that turquoise. It's going to be in this. In the shadow, and then coming down her neck. there or something. We've got do that there. Chin somewhere around here. It's not very scientific. I tend to do a transfer, a light transfer of the picture. But quite often I have to recreate the drawing, which is good. So I don't spend my time on drawing. Stand sort of fitting. Shadow. It's going to be breast there. Where are we at? So have you tried the pan pastels, Joanna? You started to find some joy in them? Very economical pastel to use. It's very easy when you start pastels. I started with pretty cheap ones. And then went to an art shop and got some good ones, and they were quite expensive. I thought, oh, this is going to be a pricey hobby, especially when they start breaking on you. It's quite sad when that happens. But the pans, probably I'd get 2 or 3 pastels worth out of it, maybe more because I don't get the breakages that I had with the normal pastels. And you kind of, a beginner will go, oh, you watch some YouTubes and you go, oh, what are they? You watch the reviews, what are they using? They're using Sennelier, Schmick, some, beautiful brand. There's no doubt those pastels are beautiful. I don't know that they're really that appropriate for beginners because it's not the pastel that's going to do the painting. It's going to be what's in your heart, and are you passionate about the subject? As I said, I was reading this book about Leonardo, and there's times when he wouldn't do a painting because the vision he had of it was more than what he could achieve. And so he'd just stop. Like, oh no, I'm done now. Even his half-finished paintings, magnificent. We'll just keep going on here. Let's try Try and get the angles. So anyway, I think pen pastels are they're not just for beginners, but they're a lovely medium. In fact, beginners might find them a little intimidating. But if you come from painting, you'll, particularly if you've used palette knives, you'll find them just fantastic. And when I first started using them, it's like, oh, I don't know that I've been into this, but weird. Got used to them. Okay. Let's read that one, David. That line. Let's read that one. So it's okay. Something. Take that other line out because that's just going to annoy me. You need to draw here. Draw her jaw properly. Otherwise I'll get confused. More confused. It's going to be... That's a muscle that comes over. Of a chins there. Okay. Then we've got a so it's going to go up here. Of her jaw from her ear. It's going to sort of come down like that. It's going to join in. Going to sweep down. Sweep down. Then yeah, I think that actually... Sorry, I'm just muttering to myself. Comes... Get some of these shadows. what I do like about these applicators is sometimes they're so bad, they force you, they're not bad. They're just, if you have a pencil, that's really good. But using the applicator forces you to sort of do things differently. That's what's happening with me. It's just forcing me to do it a bit differently. Now, what's the undertone going to be? I might use a bit of this is a dark ochre. I'm going to lighten it up, but I just want the green in here. And the ochre to have that. Going on. And we might try that burnt sienna. Is it burnt or is it just sienna? Let me check. Burnt sienna. Add. Right. Yeah, because it's reflecting off his face. I was like, oh, I'm not sure I want to use that on here because I'm more sort of wanting to use sienna on him. But there's going to be some that's reflecting off his face. Yeah. Now here finishes down there. Tell when I'm concentrating because I shut up. Sorry about that. That's a good thing. Just trying to read the picture. Turquoise and that shadow chin. Don't want to be doing a lot of detail at this stage. Do want to be trying to capture. Let's get that iron oxide that I had originally. Do want to be experimenting with some different colours just to try and capture tonal zones. See if that's gonna work. Pull that up here. Okay, so this is okay. How are we going for time? Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, Donna. Hey, Donna. How lovely to see you. Thank you for joining the stream, or having been on the stream from the sounds of it. Got lots of stuff happening. Some good, some bad. Her chin should be down here more. Sorry, I'm just lining up where her chin. Oh, that's pretty close. Let's bring it down a wee bit more though. Ooh. paint representation of the couple, not replication. I'm going to tone down all that red. It's just me some direction of that jaw and how are you, Donna? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, let's just keep that loose. So what have I done? I've got some of this arm done. Just blocking it in. I don't really pick a spot where to start on a painting. Some start with your eyes, some won't do eyes until the very end. He's got an arm on his back. So this is his arm coming down. Then her arm comes in a... she's holding onto his back. So that'll become more apparent as I get into the painting. I guess in some ways this will be quite nice to just see it evolve on the page. Oops, excuse me. It's a thumb. Just outline it. And it's going to come this way. Not unhappy with where we're at. We're too early in the painting to be unhappy. I've just got to hold myself back from wanting to build up areas faster than they should be. They just need to evolve. We'll just stick with this this underlying tint. Sweep. Yeah. Let's finish off just finish off blocking in her chest. I'll call it a morning after that. Might not look like achieved much, but mapped out her neck. About to start on her face. She's going to have a cheekbone up here somewhere. Head. And we've got some lovely spots for putting turquoise on her scalp, so that's going to be exciting too. Oh, I should tell you about the exhibition as well. So I've booked in, I had two opportunities, 2 time slots to book in, October and December. And I've decided to go for December because that's kind of a buying time for many people. And maybe someone will want to buy one of my paintings. So sort of took a bit of pressure off getting everything sorted. It's a lip. Bit of turquoise. We know that that's going to be there. It's going to run like that. I'll be able to see that, but I can. Just need it there as a marker to remind me. It's going to be the spot. Yeah, so I'm waiting to hear back. It's the city council. They have a beautiful gallery at the library. Proper hangers, and was donated to the city by a couple. And a lovely thing for them to do. So I get it for 2 weeks. Just a faint outline of an ear going there, so I know where that's going to be. And so I thought, well, I need some fresh paintings for the exhibition, and hence starting on this one. Kind of prepped. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames so far, so 6 to go. I see that there's some comments coming through. Let me respond to those. Your good, thanks. Oh, yes. Thank you, Donna. I'm looking forward to it too. I tried to get November when the Carpety Arts Trail is on, but I had already out. Understandably. Popular time. And I hope to do some streaming from the exhibition as well. I'll certainly be painting there, so I'll do some recording at the least if I can't get a good connection. I don't know, they'll let me stream from there, but I will definitely be doing some recordings and posting those of painting at the exhibition. Alrighty. I think it's a good place to stop today. Thank you very much to Donna and Joanna for cheering me on with some comments. Thanks to those watching it on the replay. Really appreciate that. I will be back some stage this week to carry on because I want to crack on with this one and get them done. So that's not a bad go for an hour. And what do we need to do? We need to go to the controls here. So thank you very, very much.